Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you from my kitchen because today I'm filming a grocery haul, meal plan and cook with me all in one video because I figured since we are all forced to stay home and cook home more, I'll give you some meal ideas because this is what I do. Even before the quarantine hit us, I have been cooking at home at least 5 to 6 times a week, so this is not a new thing for me. And I know how hard it is to come up with meal ideas, but also I want to show you the groceries, healthy groceries we got to make 7 healthy and easy vegetarian dinners. Yes, we're currently doing a vegetarian challenge with my husband. We do this once in a while to detox and get creative with cooking. Usually these challenges give me some new favorite recipes, and today I'm going to show you how I make protein Buddha bowl and spaghetti squash enchilada bake. Both of these recipes are easy and delicious, as well as the other 5 recipes that I planned to cook this week. So let's get into it. By the way, meal planning is a big deal, especially now during the quarantine, because you don't want to be going to the store way too often. So make sure to get organized. I don't do any meal planning sheets, I just do it like this by hand. And before you go to the store, I would suggest you printing or writing by hand your groceries list, so you just have a paper and then you throw it after you're done shopping instead of pulling out your phone 100 times in the store. At least that's what I used to do, and now I just print my list. So before I went and grabbed all of these and even more, I actually went through all the recipes and I made an exact list, and I have an exact plan what I'm gonna be cooking, and I suggest you do the same. So let's start with our grocery haul. So the first meal I planned for this week is tofu stir-fry. Very fast and easy meal. We're gonna need tofu. This time I couldn't find an organic one, but I went with non-GMO, which is fine enough. And when it comes to soy, it just has to be at least non-GMO or organic, like those noodles. And I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna use these noodles. These are the noodles from their original recipe, and I'm actually going to put all the recipes in the description below. And I also have this choice of noodles. I'll see which one I'm gonna use this time. And I will need some sesame seed and carrots, onion, lime, ginger, pepper, garlic, and some condiments, hot sauce, any hot sauce, some honey, and I like to use, instead of regular soy sauce, tamari. It's actually soy sauce, and this one is non-GMO, like I said, very important. Focus, here we go. It has pretty good, in my opinion, ingredients, much better than most of the soy sauces out there. It's like a gluten-free soy sauce. I go with tamari and preferably less sodium. This is what I got to cook a second meal of the week: meatless lentil balls with spaghetti and red sauce. So we are going to need some lentils, of course, and I prefer to buy organic. Not every store has them, but in my opinion it's much better. I buy all the beans, all the legumes organic. Try to, not always, but I try, okay? Then of course we're gonna need spaghetti. I also try to go for whole wheat, preferably organic, but again, not every store has it. But I like Aldi because Aldi has a lot of good organic stuff. Also, I got at Aldi organic, very good tomato and basil sauce. Has great ingredients, again, in my opinion, right? So this is for pasta, and we're gonna need for meatless bowl some onion, some garlic, some tomato paste, an egg. We also need some condiments. Again, I'll leave the recipe in the description below. I wanted to show you this. So the recipe calls for breadcrumbs, but I replace them with an almond flour. This is so much better for you because usually all of those breadcrumbs are very low quality. So if you're trying to stay healthy, try to replace all the breadcrumbs in the recipes with almond flour if you have it. Talking about eggs, these are regular eggs from Aldi. These are, I think, the only ones they had, at least this time around. They are like 80 cents. Now for Michaela, I buy pasture-raised eggs. Those are not organic or not non-GMO because again, since stores are running short on everything, I wasn't able to find those at the store where I went to, but they are certified humane, meaning that these pasture-raised chickens were treated nicely and were just happy chickens, and those eggs are also very happy eggs. I know it sounds funny, but I really do see a big difference between these conventional eggs and pasture-raised eggs, so when I can, I try to buy these. The third meal of the week is fried rice, and we're gonna need some rice, eggs, some vegetables, soy sauce, and sesame oil. And I do not have a recipe to link to this, unfortunately, because I'm doing just a modified version of Peruvian chaufa fried rice. So basically, I cook my rice overnight, preferably if it stays in the fridge, it gets cold and dry, and it's better, always better for fried rice. But even if you use freshly cooked rice, that's all right too. So I'm frying those vegetables, pepper and carrots, some onion and some frozen peas. Then I add my cooked rice in a pan. I add some soy sauce or tamari sauce and a little bit of sesame seed oil, and then I scramble some eggs in it, and it's just so good, you guys. The fourth meal of the week is going to be a veggie burger. I got these buns for it, and these are not ideal but better than most of the burger buns, and I haven't cooked this meal yet, but I'm very excited about it. And we're going to need some black beans, mushrooms, some garlic and tomato paste, and some flour. So I'm going to replace it with this gluten-free mix. I think it's just better for your health than a regular white flour. And I'm gonna need some tomatoes, avocado, lettuce, and a few more condiments. Once again, the recipe is going to be in the description below. Next, I plan to make some curry, and again, I haven't cooked this meal yet, but I'm sure it's pretty good and it's pretty simple. We're gonna need some red potatoes, also trying to buy organic, cauliflower, and cauliflower actually you don't have to buy organic, and I might leave the link to the video about the Dirty Dozen and the produce that you have to buy organic, should buy organic, or those things that you should not worry about. Then I will need some peas and onion and butternut squash, some garlic, coconut milk, and garbanzo beans. Next, spaghetti squash enchilada bake. Again, super easy. So this is the spaghetti squash that I'm going to bake, and for filling, enchilada filling, I'm gonna use black beans for some protein, onion, garlic, some peppers, and you need the chili seasoning. You can buy one if you can find the one with good ingredients, but I make my own with some simple like chili and cumin, salt and pepper. And I'm also gonna beat some eggs in it for adding a little more protein to this dish. And this is what I got to make protein Buddha bowl. It's gonna have some tofu in it, some garbanzo beans, roasted cauliflower, roasted potatoes, roasted onion. I'm gonna put some lettuce and shredded carrots and avocado. All this together is so good, and we're gonna need quite a few spices, and let me show you how exactly I make it. First, I press my tofu for about 10 minutes. Then I make this sauce using olive oil, salt, pepper, paprika, and thyme, also some hot sauce. And next, I marinate my tofu in this sauce using a resealable bag. Then I let it sit in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. This time does make a difference. The longer, the better. Meanwhile, I roast my sweet potatoes, cauliflower, and an onion, seasoned with garlic, salt, and pepper. Then I fry the garbanzo beans with some chili and garlic powder. And lastly, I fry the tofu. When everything is ready, I serve it all together in a bowl and squeeze some lemon on top. Time to enjoy! So it's a different day now, and I'm about to make dinner with spaghetti squash, and let me show you how easy it is. First, I cut the squash in halves, season it with salt, pepper, and olive oil, and then bake it in the oven for 40 minutes. Meanwhile, I make my enchilada filling using some peppers, onions, tomatoes, and those seasonings. When the squash is ready, I work through it with a fork to make spaghetti out of it. Then I add my filling, beat 2 eggs in each half, and top with some cheese. And now it goes back to the oven for 10 more minutes. And here we go! Here is the vegetarian spaghetti squash bake. Doesn't it look delicious, you guys? If you are going to try any of these recipes, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it big thumbs up so that I know if I should make more of these videos in the future. And subscribe to my channel for a fresh video every single Thursday. Now go enjoy your healthy quarantine cooking, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Say bye.